loser. I'm socially awkward. Baby, I'm a loser. Yeah, a loveless loser. You can make fun of me. You can roast me. I'm a fucking loser. Yeah, loveless loser. Yeah, can't even hold on to a girlfriend. Yeah, I'm a
well, I gave myself so I could have that Jessica Rabbit. We got rabbit shake. That coochie from the Gucci. Want her Gucci. I want to smell that coochie. I gave myself soul full of B-U-S-S-Y. I gave myself full of B-U-S-S-Y. I gave myself full of B-U-S-S-Y. Devin Black. Devin Black. I'm Devin Black. I'm Devin Black.
Well, that one isn't that important because it's just an extra, but here's what I mostly use. I mostly use this. Try to get the cam. I'm not used to moving the camera up real close, but we'll go ahead and do that for right now. There it goes. There it goes. I'm kind of getting used to using the PSN camera for lower things like this. Higher things to be for on the top of the camera, but these are what I mostly use. I got like 2 copies of Odin right here. Like my double Odins are really good, and this is only the extra deck. A Thor and a Loki, which you need to have. Which I'm gonna give me a second copy of those sometime in the future. I have Red Archfeinds Dragon because this runs tuners, and this is an extra, and this is a pretty good synchro for any kind of synchro based deck for anything from that synchro era, or I'd say 3rd generation Yu-Gi-Oh. So let's get to what's in the deck. So we got ourselves Valkyrie, Nordic Ascendants. You need a lot of Ascendants, a Sphere monsters, and Beast if you're going to use all 3. If you're going to make one based off of the one card, then yeah, only run that one type in it, but I run all 3. So I want to have all 3 things. So it's really mixed. Now, here's the beast that you use to make Thor. This is actually, I don't know if this is a new one, but this one came out in the new set because this was 35 cents, which is pretty cheap. But I would only run one of these because, I mean, they're only good for like running one of them because it's pretty much Lava Golem, if anyone knows what Lava Golem is, but for Nordics. Which, I will read the effect. The effect is, cannot be normal summon or special summon or set when may phase 2 if a sphere monster is on the field you can control is special summon this monster from your hand to your opponent's side of the field. It is in defense position. If a sphere monster it is not on the field, destroy this card. At the start of the battle phase, change all cards from defense position you control to attack position. Both players take any damage involved in this card. So pretty much it is kind of a double-edged sword, but here's the thing. If they attack with it, they lose the damage as much as I do. And then if I activate, let's say, Ring of Destruction or do something right after, they'd lose even twice more of the life points, which is actually really good. But I'd only want to run. Like I said, I run all 3, so I need all 3 type of... I need all 3, types of the summoning material. Ascendants, a Sphere, and the Beast. Nordic Light is actually the card you need. It's the field card for Nordics. Nordic monsters on the field that cannot be destroyed in battle if this card is on the field. Destroy all Nordic monsters if this card's destroyed, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it says. So the drawback is if this card's destroyed, all the Nordic monsters go. But if you have this with the Nordic monsters, your Nordic monsters can't be destroyed by battle, which is really good. Yeah, that's what keeps its power. And then more stuff. I throw this in here because this is like Trigodia. I know most people don't throw Divine Serpent, but it's like Trigodia. Yeah, you have to pay half your life points, but you get the attack points of half the life points you paid. And also, I think it doubles to, like, for your opponent's monsters. Like, if your opponent's monsters, like, if I want to attack one of my opponent's monsters, it gains that attack as an addition to its initial attack, and you can't negate its summoning. Plus, it looks like the Midgar Swerner. If you don't know what that is, and If you don't know what that is in Norse mythology, that's the big giant snake. So look, that's why I put it in here. And this is a dark Nordic deck, so this is gonna have more of a darker type of tone to it. So I threw this is why I threw Divine Serpent Gay in here. So I might be reading it wrong. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it Divine Serpent. But it's like a Midgar Swarner, and this is really good in any deck, really. But it's like Trigodia, pretty much. It doesn't have the anime effect where its attack is infinity, and I'm glad it does, because then it would be unfair to play with. So, you know, so this works with any deck, so it's really good for what it does. And it looks like the Midgar Serpent. I try to keep this close to all Nordic as possible. Any Nordic things I could find. Anything to do with Nords. And I put Ultimate Offer so I could summon extra monsters, because you're going to be summoning tuners. And not only that, you're going to be summoning extra monsters. You pay 500 life points, you can summon extra monsters each time. So pretty much, you could do it 5 times and summon a whole roll of 5 monsters, alongside the link that it comes with in the new set, and then pretty much have all your synchro material and have any other materials. Plus, since you have to have the link in order to use more extra deck monsters, you could actually get your link materials and your synchro materials all at once, and pretty much put a hurting on your opponents. Nordic Beast, of course, like I said, I run all 3, so I have to have all 3. I have to have all 3 Nordic gods. I might take out some of the traps and probably put the Dark Serpent that they already have for the Nordics, whatever it's called. I think it's called something. I can't remember. The Nordic cards have a weird name to their text, but you know. But this is the Link Nordic. I don't really like playing Link monsters, but you got to. But this was actually a pretty good one. I'd only one run. It's Golovig, the Nordic Ascendant. If this card's Link Summon, you could banish 3 cards from your hand. And, sorry, the thing is so small I can barely see it. If you do special summon that many Nordic... Okay, so if I banish the 3 cards, I can summon 3 Nordic monsters from my deck. And so it's hard to read because it's really small, and I don't have the profit per light. But you know, it's really good. Pretty much, I'll put the just to this. The just to this actually beast ass card is that you banish the 3 cards to summon it, and if it's Nordic, you get to put special 3 Nordics from your deck if it's 5 or below. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong. If it's so, let me know, because again, I can't read it and I don't have the proper lighting down here, so you know, I had to actually go play that card to tell you exactly what it does. But I think that's just the gist. I just really recently built this deck, so I've not actually really got to test this deck out. Swords of Villain Light, and I don't have this deck in the game because you know, it's hard to get these cards in the actual PS4 game that came out. I always throw MST in there. MST is always important no matter what deck you put it. The 2 cards that are very important is a Mirror Force and MST. Mirror Force blocks your opponent's attacks and destroys their opponent's monsters if they're in attack position. Which, like I say, MST and Mirror Force is the most important cards in any deck. Nordic or whatever deck you run, you always got, even if it's a common version, no matter what version you run, you have to run a Mirror Force in the MST. You got to. I don't care what format you play. You play anime, you play tournament, you play casual. I don't care what you play. You have to run those 2 together. You have to. You have to. It's just it's mandatory. Even if you play in decks from the TV series that the characters use from the anime series, you still gotta run those 2. You know. But yes, that's pretty much a gist of what my Nordic deck looks like. I'm trying to get to back to the one thing I had. But yeah, it's just more Nordics. More Nordic beasts, and the tuners to go with it. So I think that's pretty much it. As to what I have Nordic wise. besides the stuff I have, and these are the most important cards of the whole set. These are what you try to summon and get out, and then they actually have effects that help each other. Which, if you want to go look at the ruling, go ahead, because I'm not going to explain it. You go look at the ruling with all the three Nordic gods. You know, you can go ahead and look up the ruling. I'm not going to go look it up for you. But they pretty much work together really well if you make a deck that's combined with all of them. So that's pretty much my Nordic deck I built. So thank you for coming into the Archfiend card shop, and may the crystal be with you.